All right, welcome to The Explainer. Let's just go ahead and state the obvious right out of the gate. Living in New York City is outrageously, astonishingly expensive. I mean, we all feel the reality of the NYC cash crunch. Even if you've got a stable, full-time job, those standard salaries usually just aren't enough to cover rent, food, and, the actual lifestyle we want to be living. But today, we're going to completely change that narrative. Look, if you find yourself staring at your banking app, totally cursing your own weakness for spending hordes of cash on expensive Thai dinners, you are absolutely not alone. We all want to avoid the trap of crippling credit card debt, right? But we also want to actually enjoy everything this incredible city has to offer. So instead of sitting around feeling guilty about it, it's time to get a little creative. To help you do just that, we dug into the research, synthesized all the data from our sources, and pulled together exactly 62 actionable side hustle ideas. That's right, over 60 distinct ways to help you secure that extra cash, and they range from the incredibly straightforward to the wonderfully, hilariously bizarre. Okay, let's dive into our side hustle roadmap. We're looking at 1, the NYC cash crunch, 2, tap the app economy, 3, sell what you have, 4, flex specialized skills, and finally, 5, get weird for cash. Starting off with section 1, the NYC cash crunch. Now, before we jump into the gigs themselves, you really need to find your side hustle persona. Because let's be real, this is absolutely not a one-size-fits-all situation. Some of you might be introverts who just want to type on a laptop from the couch, while others are itching to get out and explore the 5 boroughs. By identifying your specific persona, you can find a distinct bucket of opportunities tailored exactly to your schedule, your skill set, and frankly, your tolerance for dealing with other people. Moving right along to section 2, tap the app economy. For a lot of us, the absolute easiest place to start is right in the palm of our hands, leveraging the smartphone apps you probably already have downloaded anyway. If you've got a car, driving for Lyft or Uber on weeknights is great because of the immediate bank payouts. Literally, the second you drop someone off, boom, the cash is yours. Or maybe you have an empty bedroom. Putting it on Airbnb for just, say, 1 weekend a month can generate some serious passive income. And hey, if you think you're some kind of a stock market genius, but you just don't have the capital to play, check out an app called UpDown. You do mock investing, and if your fake portfolio beats the real market, you can win a very real $500 a month. But honestly, the app that really stands out for animal lovers is Rover. I mean, just picture the highly amusing visual of you traversing the sidewalks of Manhattan with a literal gaggle of 12 dogs. You might look a little chaotic, sure, but you are getting paid real money to get your daily exercise, relieve some stress, and basically just hang out with puppies. Whether you're walking them or hosting them in your apartment, it's just such a fantastic, low-barrier way to make cash. All right, let's look at section 3, sell what you have. This is the perfect persona category for anyone who just wants to declutter and create some passive income. Take a look around your apartment right now. You probably have money literally just sitting there gathering dust. Take Cardwoo, for instance. You know that totally random Tire Barn gift card your uncle gave you that you are absolutely never ever going to use in Manhattan? You can sell it online for 50 to 90% of its cash value. Or consider Crossroads Trading. If your NYC closets are completely clogged up, bring in your current season clothes. Now, they will try to offer you a higher value in store credit, but always take the cash. Because, as our sources wisely point out, you can't exactly buy groceries with store credit, can you? Now, what if your apartment is already completely empty and you have nothing to sell? Well, you can always just harvest somebody else's garbage. I'm totally serious. Networks like FreeCycle are absolute gold mines. You can literally intercept items people are just giving away for free and flip them for a profit. You'll see everything on there, from a lightly used sectional sofa to, hilariously enough, a stick of butter that's expiring this week. Probably skip the butter, but definitely grab the sofa. Okay, let's step it up a notch and move to section 4, flex specialized skills. And this brilliantly illustrates how straightforward it can actually be to monetize what's already in your head. Say you did really well in high school math or science. Platforms like Chegg or Tutor.com actively want you. The application process is literally just 3 steps. Answer some academic questions, pass a quick online test in your subject, and watch some training videos. Boom! Suddenly you're an online tutor making a really solid hourly rate without ever leaving your couch. So the crucial point here is understanding the trade-off between the effort you put in and your earning potential. Selling gift cards on Cardwoo, super low effort, but it's a one-time low-yield payout. Compare that to, say, investing your time in a 10-day course at the New York Real Estate Institute. Yeah, it takes some actual work and it costs a little bit upfront, but it gets you a real estate license, and that opens the door to massive, six-figure earning potential selling and renting out apartments in the city. But maybe you're more hands-on. Through services like NYC Stuff, freelance handymen can make a very reliable $35 to $40 an hour. But, and this is a big but, you have to be ready for literally anything. Just listen to this amazing anecdote from our sources. One worker had to dress up in a literal, full-body hazmat suit, complete with a hood and respirator, just to build a lockable toilet paper holder for a reclusive, germophobic client who happened to have 8-inch fingernails. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. If you've got the skills and the patience for eccentric New Yorkers, the money is absolutely there. Which brings us to the absolute best part of this explainer, Section 5. Get weird for cash. This is for the truly adventurous out there. Let's kick things off with the entertainment industry. Did you know you can get paid just for acting like a totally normal human being on TV? By registering with Central Casting, you can become a background extra. One talent summed it up perfectly. I am amazing at pretending to eat sandwiches and laugh at jokes, and I'm super excellent at walking down the sidewalk. If you can do that, you can earn a paycheck chilling in the background of your favorite shows. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. Here's a rapid-fire look at some other wonderfully bizarre gigs. You can get paid to dress up as a superhero mascot for corporate marketing events. You can make $35 an hour babysitting for incredibly privileged kids in Midtown brownstones, or you could participate in NYU's scientific studies. They actually run one on effective decision-making that pays $30, although, super weirdly, left-handed people are strictly banned from participating in that one. Go figure. Now, if you are completely uninhibited, you could make about $18 an hour over at the School of Visual Arts. Doing what? Nude modeling. It doesn't require any professional skills, but do not underestimate this gig. It requires incredibly high physical endurance to keep your naked body contorted into totally still, strange shapes while art students sketch you for hours on end. But wait, if you want the ultimate weird payout, just look at this number. $2,250. You can make this massive sum simply by offering yourself up as a human guinea pig. Companies like Clinolabs run early-phase drug development studies, and they will pay you thousands of dollars just to participate in their daytime sleepiness research. Look, if you're struggling to keep your eyes open at your desk during the day anyway, you might as well get a massive check for it, right? Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the economics of these weird gigs actually break down. Being a TV extra is super low effort, but the pay totally varies. Being a nude model gives you decent, consistent hourly pay, but it takes medium physical effort. And then you have the sleep study, an astonishing payout, but it demands a very high time commitment. It just proves that no matter who you are, there is absolutely a perfect match out there for your personal comfort zone and your schedule. And that brings us right to our final question for you to ponder. We've shown you over 60 different ways to conquer the NYC cash crunch. From walking a dozen dogs to throwing on a hazmat suit to literally sleeping for science. The opportunities are absolutely everywhere in this city if you just know where to look. So what are you willing to do? Which side hustle are you brave enough to try this weekend? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Now get out there and start hustling.